All my friends, here's Katie.
Oh, sorry. I think it. Oh, I couldn't hear you at the first. Sorry if I talked over you. Hi, everybody. My name is Katie from RedRover. I'm from Sacramento, California, all the way on the other side of the country. But we work all over the country and all over the world too. So we have different programs where we teach kids about animals. We care for animals and natural disasters. We do all kinds of things. And you guys are the future vet camp. So we also do this thing where we provide grants for people who need help with their vet bills. So I don't know if any of you have ever been to the vet before and your parents said something about the bill being really high, but we help with that. So if you ever need help, you can ask your parents to look up RedRover. But that's not what we're going to talk about today. Today we're going to talk about community cats. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. So today we're going to read a story called Nobody's Cats. And we are going to be asking a lot of questions throughout the story. And I encourage each and every one of you to participate. And you can do so by unmuting yourself and using your voice to answer the questions. Or you can use the chat. So let's all take a moment to say hello in the chat. Introduce yourself so I can figure out who everyone is. Hello. Hi, Rowan. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Elizabeth. Addison, Logan.
Another person? No. Izzy. Oh, you really
Hi, Izzy. Hi, Kennedy. Carolyn. Hi, Sydney. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Grace. Hi, Samantha. Awesome. Okay, so most of us found the chat. Awesome. So feel free. Oh, hi, Austin. Oh, that's your mom's name? Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Kate. Hi, Myra. Hi, Jaden. Awesome. So my coworker Minhan is going to be helping me kind of look through the chat to make sure that we see everybody's answers. So she is on as well. Okay, so as we start, what is a feral cat? What is a feral cat? And so you can use your voice or you can use the chat to answer.
A cat that has no home.
A cat that has no home. Okay. What else?
A stray.
A stray. What does it mean to be stray?
Means you're like, you don't have a home. You're an animal.
You don't have a home for animals?
They really don't have owners. They're not neutered.
You don't have owners. What was the last part?
They're not neutered.
They're not neutered. Okay.
Out in the wild, basically.
Out in the wild. Elizabeth says a cat that lives outside. Okay. So describe the cat on the cover of this book. Where is the cat?
In the snow. In the snow. In the snow. By a big barn.
By a big barn? Grace
That literally looks just like my cat, Holly.
Someone said it looks just like your cat, Holly?
That me.
Okay. Sorry, it's hard to see. Was that Rowan?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a barn cat. Elizabeth says a black cat.
It could be a barn cat.
It could be a barn cat. Okay. What's in the background? I think somebody mentioned it.
A big barn.
A big barn.
Snow and a house, kind of.
Snow and a house.
A house that looks a little bit run down.
A house that looks a little run down. Okay. What is the weather like? Some of you mentioned that.
Snowy. Snowy. Snowy.
Okay. How do you think the cat feels in this picture?
Sad.
Why do you think
Sad,
it's so sad?
cold, lonely.
Cold, lonely.
I think the cat feels cold and hungry because he has no
Cold and hungry because what?
because he has no home.
Because he has no home.
I think the cat feels lonely because, like, it doesn't have a family.
You think the cat feels lonely because he doesn't have a family? Grace says sad and hungry.
It could be struggling.
Guess what?
It could struggle because it can't find food and
Struggling because he can't find food. How would you feel if you were... Oh, what was that?
It might get frostbite.
Frostbite, as he says, might get frostbite. How would you feel if you were on the snow with bare feet?
Freezing.
freezing and cold and sad and lonely.
Sad, cold, lonely, hungry.
Cold, lonely, hungry. You guys are used to the snow in New York, huh? How do we protect ourselves from when it's snowy and cold?
By covering up with lots of layers of warm clothes.
Guess what?
Covering up with lots of layers of long cold, or of clothes. What else? Finding shelter, says Kate. Okay, one more question. What do you think the story is going to be about?
A cat that finds its home. About a cat that goes through a lot to find a home.
I think it's going to be about that black cat on the cover, and then someone finds it and takes it to like a animal facility or something.
How
And
one
he
black cat
finds a
changes somebody's
black-
life by coming in from the
Okay,
cold.
friends, let's make sure to not talk over each other. So if we hear one friend talking, let's make sure to let them finish before someone else joins, okay?
Can I please talk?
Let's let whoever first was talking finish.
Okay.
Who, was that Izzy or was that someone else? I couldn't tell.
Me.
Oh, whoever's going, go ahead. Okay, Rowan can go ahead. I can't see who that was.
Okay. A cat that came in from the cold one day into somebody's home and changed their life.
Okay.
No, they're just.
Oh, and not all of you are in New York. Someone's from Minnesota. Thanks for sharing.
After the meeting's over, they should put earrings in.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry.
Close up.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Let's see. Make sure if you're not contributing to the discussion, you put yourself on mute so that everyone can. So make sure to unmute yourself when you're ready to chat, but otherwise keep yourself on mute. That way we can all hear each other, okay? So let's see. Kate says the cat on the cover. Grace says a lost cat. Roberta says a cat that finds a home. And someone was mentioning that they saw the cover that says how one little black kitty came in from the cold. Well, let's find out what happens, okay? Nobody's Cats, How One Little Black Kitty Came In From the Cold by Valerie Ingram and Alastair Schroff. The little black kitty shivered in the snow by the old shed. He was so hungry he'd eat a bug if only he could find one. Lots of cats huddled there trying to keep warm. Confused cats, left behind by people who moved away. Cold, hungry cats who were born there. Sad, scared cats dropped off and abandoned at the old shed, just like the little black kitty. Kids threw rocks at the cats and yelled mean words. The little black kitty tried to hide. A boy was walking by. "Stop it," he shouted. The kids ran away. Why do you think the kids were throwing rocks in this picture?
Because the cats probably don't have homes and they probably just don't like cats.
Yeah.
Maybe because they don't like cats? What else?
Maybe because they want them to go away.
They want them to go away. Why do you think they would want them to go away?
Because, sorry.
It's okay.
Go ahead, Shannon.
Because,
Not Shannon. That's not your name.
because maybe somebody in the town maybe offered a reward for somebody who would chase away the cats.
Why do you think someone might do that, Rowan?
Because they don't really like all the cats there and they maybe own the shed.
Okay. What does everyone else think? Why do you think they're throwing rocks at the cats?
Because they might not like cats. Like some people don't like any animals. Maybe they're like one of those people.
Okay, maybe there's someone that doesn't like animals. What about the boy that says stop it? Why do you think he yells stop?
He wants to save the cats.
Yeah.
He wants to save the cat?
Because he probably thought, like, he thought about the cat's feelings, like the other kids didn't, but the boy thought about how the cats were feeling, and he knew that, like, they didn't deserve to get rocks thrown at them.
He cares about the cat.
cat's feelings. What else, Haley?
Yeah.
He cares about the cats.
Okay, he cares about the cats. Carolyn in the comments said, some kids do not like kittens, kitties, and cats. Okay. The person with the name Soft and Blue Puppy.
Yeah. He thought about the cat's feelings because what if you were the cat that somebody was throwing rocks at you? Would you like it? No. So they have to think about like animals and other people as like if they were the person, how would they feel?
Okay, so really thinking about what the animals feel. So the boy thought about what the cat was feeling. One moment, friends. Okay. So what do you think you would do if you were the boy and you saw kids throwing rocks at the cats?
I would tell them stop it.
I would tell them stop it and that they should be absolutely ashamed of themselves.
Sasha, you said you would tell them stop it and that they should be ashamed of themselves?
I would tell them to imagine how they would feel if they were cold and hungry and someone just came and started throwing rocks at them.
Okay, you would say, imagine how you would feel if you were cold and hungry and someone was throwing rocks at you. Okay.
I tell them that was not very nice of you. You should stop it and go home and leave the cats alone.
You would say, stop it. That's not very nice of you. Leave the cats alone and go home. Kate says, same as the boy. Jaden says, throw rocks back at them. What do you guys think about that? Throwing rocks back at them?
I don't know how cats would be able to throw rocks.
Oh, we're asking what you would do if you were the boy. Yeah. So what would you do? So Addison says he or she says they would tell them to stop it and help out the cats and kittens. Izzy says they would say stop and take them to a vet and make sure they're fine. Grace would leave them. Roberta said, I would stop it if they are just cats. Okay. Let's continue. Oh, wait, one last question. Some of you talked about it already, but how do you think the cat feels when the kids are throwing rocks at them?
Mad or frustrated at the kids.
Scared.
Scared. Very, very, very scared.
Scared and like confused as to like why, because the cats didn't do anything wrong. They were just like fighting to survive.
Okay.
Scared, panicked, and wanting to hide.
How can you tell based on the picture of this cat, the little black cat, and the cats in the background?
Because the other cats, because the other cats are running and that little kid is just like, what should I do? And it's trying to hide. Poor little thing.
So these ones are running away. This one is trying to hide. What else can you tell about the cat's body that shows how he's feeling?
It's cold.
It's cold. How can you tell the cat is feeling cold?
Because his back is bent down and he looks scared.
His back is bent down? Okay.
Yeah.
What else do you notice about the cat's body language, the way his body looks? Kate noticed his tail is tucked in.
His fur, his tail is tucked in and his fur is puffed out, so he's probably really scared and he's trying to make himself look bigger and more menacing.
Okay. You notice his fur is a little puffed out, so maybe he's trying to look bigger, more menacing. Shannon says Sydney says they're running away and hiding. Addison says his fur is tucked out. What about his eyes? What do you notice about his eyes?
His eyes are very big and wide, like he's scared and doesn't know what to do.
His eyes are big and wide. Okay. Okay, let's continue. The boy crouched in the snow. Here, kitty, kitty, he called, but the little black kitty was too scared to come out. The boy asked his neighbors about the cats. They're nobody's cats, one neighbor said. Forget about them. They are hungry and sick, said another. But what can we do? There are so many. The boy didn't know what to do. How are the two neighbors' reactions different? So one said, they're nobody's cats, forget about them. And the other one said, they're hungry and sick, but what can we do? There's so many.
Neighbor's one reaction is just like, I don't really care about the cats. And the other one is like, I care about the cats, but I don't know what to do because there are so many.
Okay.
Yeah, the first person like just didn't care for the cats at all and just really like thought that they like because they're no ones that like they don't deserve to like live and have a good life. And then the second person thought that they could, but they had like no idea what to do. And like just because they weren't sure what to do, never did anything, which is also not good.
Okay. So you notice that the first person just didn't care and the second person did care but didn't know what to do, but they both didn't really do anything. Okay. Sydney says one doesn't like them and the other likes them and wants to help them. Let's see what happens next. In the spring, a woman came to school to teach the students about being kind to animals. The boy was so excited he could barely stay in his seat. He told the woman about the little black kitty and the cold, hungry cats. Someone told me they're nobody's cats, he said. Nobody's cats? They must be community cats, she said. Together we can help them be healthy and safe. It's a lot of work, but I can show you how. Check with your parents and meet me there tomorrow. The next morning, they met at the old shed. "Before you know it, winter will be here again," the woman said. "Cats aren't wild animals. They need us. Thank goodness you're here. You're a superhero to these cats." The boy liked being called a superhero, but he worried about the little black kitty who was nowhere in sight. The boy learned how to use special cages to catch the cats without hurting them. He put yummy but smelly sardines in each one. When they were done, the boy went home with hope in his heart. Later, when the boy came back to help check the cages, he got a big surprise. There was the little black kitty. He was even skinnier than before and ever so scared. "Let's get this little guy and the others to the vet clinic," said the woman. How do you think the cat feels in this picture when he's in the cage?
I think he feels scared, but happy at the same time that he is actually going to be taken care of.
Okay, maybe
Not just
scared.
get some rocks at him.
I think he's thinking, what in the world is happening to me right now?
Thinking, what in the world is happening to me? So maybe a little confused. How can you tell by his body how he's feeling?
He's crouched down because he's frightened
Crouched
and
down.
he doesn't know what to do, and his eyes are wide. And he's like, "No, please leave me alone. Please just leave me alone. Please don't leave me alone. Please just leave me alone."
Okay, what does everyone else think? What about people we haven't heard from yet? How do you think the cat is feeling?
He might be like scared,
Okay, maybe scared. And
like
Dia, how can you tell
confused,
from his body that he's scared?
because he's crouched down and his eyes are wide.
Oh, you notice his eyes are wide like saucers, like wide as a plate. Jaden says scared. How can you tell, Jaden? Give her a little time to type. Elizabeth, how can you tell that the cat is scared? Grace says it's hiding in the corner. Okay. Oh, Jaden says his eyes are wide and he's crouched down. Okay. All right, let's move on. "I'm going to help these cats be healthier and happier," said the veterinarian. Oh, Addison said scared because he was tricked in the cage. And Sydney says the cat is crouched down. Okay. So the vet said, "I'm going to help these cats be healthier and happier. The girl cats will be spayed and the boy cats will be neutered so they can't make kittens anymore. There are too many kittens and not enough loving homes." So you guys are future vet camps, so I'm sure you guys will learn all about this. Ben said he's scared and wants to go home. Okay.
Me and Kenzie have already learned about that, neutering and...
You learned about that, okay. Okay. "They are ready to go," said the vet at the end of the day. "The little black kitty is so friendly. I bet he had a family at one time. I'd love to find just the right indoor home for him." The boy jumped to his feet. "He can be part of my family," he said. "My mom says I'm ready to adopt. I promise to clean his litter box and give him food, water, and lots of love every day." "This is a lucky day for both of you," said the vet. The little black kitty purred and purred as he rubbed his face on the boy's hand. How do you think the kitty's feeling in this picture?
happy, and now he has a friend.
Happy. And he's
Happy, loved, and can't wait to go home.
Yeah, I think
happy.
he's happy and excited.
Happy and excited. And how can you tell by the way his body looks? What is he doing that shows that he's happy?
Cuddled, and he's letting everyone touch, and he's being really lovable.
Okay, so he's letting the boy and the vet touch him. He's being lovable. What else can you tell from his body by how he's feeling?
By his body, I can tell he's very happy and calm. I think he really loves the boy.
Happy and calm. You think he loves the boy? What else do you notice? Sydney said he's laying down and sleeping. Ben says happy and excited. Oh, sorry, my dog just made a funny noise. Let me mute really quick. That spooked me. Okay, sorry about that all. She started doing something called reverse sneezing, where it sounds like she's sneezing, but it's kind of backwards. Has anyone ever seen a dog do that before? No.
Is it when the dog can't
I have.
sneezing?
What did you? Dia said she
Yes.
has. Okay.
Is it
Sorry.
like when the dog can't stop sneezing, it just sneezes over and over and over again?
It's kind of like she was inhaling, like breathing in really loud, but she's a bulldog, so she makes really loud, funny noises, like snorts and gurgles. So it sounded really loud and it scared me at first. So sorry about the interruption.
Can we see her, or is she too big to pick up?
She is too big to pick up, but
Oh.
maybe at the very end before I log off. Sorry for the interruption, friends. You know, that's the fun thing about virtual camp is that we get fun interruptions like that. That's okay. So anyway, what was that? Someone said.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
So, like, my dog, like, all of a sudden, like, she doesn't bite like anything that would make her sneeze, but all of a sudden, she just sneezes over and over and over again. She can't stop sneezing. What causes that?
That's a good question. I mean, it might be just something got in her nose or something like that, but if it happens so much, you should probably see if your parents can take her to the vet to make sure that everything
happens, like, once in a while. It's, like, because, like, all of a sudden she just stops doing it.
Could be allergies, could be something stuck in her nose, but you should make sure.
She's wiggling her nose, but it doesn't work.
Okay.
I have a question too.
Go for it.
So my dog sneezes whenever like she rolls over onto like her stomach, like when I'm playing with her. As soon as she rolls over onto her stomach, she like sneezes a bunch of times.
Huh.
It doesn't make sense because it happens every single time.
I'm not too sure about that. That's interesting. Addison says, my cat is covering my screen. That's funny. Okay, well, let's get back to the story now. Sorry for the interruption, friends. All right, so we were talking about how the cat looks in this picture. So people were saying that the cat was looking happy. You can tell how because the cat is not running away from the vet and the boy. He's rubbing his hand on the boy. How can you tell from his eyes that he's happy?
Because they are closed.
They're closed. So what does that mean for a cat?
That he's very happy and content and trusts you.
Happy, content, and trusting. Addison says feeling happy. Kennedy, you said your dog is eating paper? Huh.
But is it peanut or is it one of your big mastiffs?
I'm not too sure about that. I mean, if he's actually eating it, that's probably not too good for him, but I know some dogs just like to shred it up just for fun. But
That happens with
I've
my
seen all
dog.
3 of her dogs.
interesting.
The
Okay. Well, let's move on in the story. Let's keep talking about community cats. They took the other cats back to the old shed. Indoor homes are best, but most community cats are too scared to be pets. This is their home, the woman said. She opened a carrier and a cat shot out like a rocket. The vet snipped the tip of each cat's left ear. Now we can see which cats still need to be caught, she explained. The boy and the woman talked to a man who lived nearby. He didn't have much money, but he had a big heart. He helped patch holes in the old shed and put down warm straw for the cats. He promised to bring them food and fresh water every day. He would also watch it for the cats that needed to see the vet. So what are some of the things you noticed that the old man put in the shed for them?
A water bowl, a bowl of food, and then the straw that he's holding in his hand.
Water bowl of food, some warm straw. Okay.
Hay, straw, some food, some water, and the cats look really happy.
The cats look really happy. Okay. All right, let's continue. Oops. At last, the community cats were safe and warm. They had food, water, and a kind-hearted person to take care of them. They might be too scared for the boy to pet or pick up, but he could still be their friend from afar. Now, the boy and the little black kitty show everyone how to be superheroes. The neighbors give food and money for vet care, and they volunteer to help the cats at the old shed. No one calls them nobody's cats. They're our community cats. The end. So what does the kitty learn about people in the story?
The kitty learns that you can trust people.
The kitty learns
And
that
they're good people.
The kitty learns that he can trust people. What else?
the kitty also learned that it's okay to be scared at first, but start getting warmed up to the owners.
Okay, it's okay to be scared at first, but warmed up to the owners. Sydney says that they are nice and helpful. What about someone that hasn't contributed yet? What do you think that the kitty learned about people in the story?
That you don't always have to be scared of people.
That you don't always have to be scared of people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that the people are friendly.
That the people are friendly. What else from everyone that has been quiet? Let's see. What do you think the cat has learned about people? Olivia says that they're nice. Izzy says don't always have to be afraid. Jaden says that they're people. Okay. What?
That are good-hearted.
That there are good-hearted people? Okay. Grace says that they're kind and caring. Okay, another question. And I'd like to hear from the people who haven't contributed a lot too. What decisions does the boy make in the story? What decisions does the boy make in the story?
One of the decisions is he set up a table to help the community cats to raise money for vet care.
He set up a table to help raise money for vet care to help the community cats. Okay.
One of his decisions was that
he was going to help the cats, and one of his decisions was to stop the boys from being mean to the cat.
Okay. So he was going to help the cats, and he decided that he was going to stop the other kids from being mean to the cats. Okay. Kate says to be good, the cats, or to help the cats maybe, and to talk to the lady, to be good to the cats.
To adopt his new little black kitten.
He made the choice, he made the decision to adopt the little black kitten.
He raised the money.
He raised the money. Okay. Addison said visiting the cats so they aren't lonely. What else? Does anyone have any other ideas of what decisions the boy made? Roberta says he helped the cats and brought them to the vet. Why do you think he made all these decisions to help the cats? What do you think he did?
Because he really likes cats.
Because he really likes cats? Why else?
Maybe he just wanted to help the cats, or he cared about the cats, so he wanted to help them. So he brought them to the vet and gave them new homes.
Okay, so he really wanted to help them, so he brought them to the vet and helped them get new homes. Elizabeth says because he likes animals, and Sydney says he wants to help the cats. Okay. Why else? Any other last thoughts? Oh, Addison said the vet helped the cat to warm up to the boy, and he wanted to help the cat so they didn't get hurt by the kids that were throwing the rocks. Okay. And Roberta says he felt bad for the cat. Okay. I'm going to pause my screen share for a second. So now we're going to move on to an activity. And I'd like to hear from all of you on how you think each of these cats is feeling. And when you answer, make sure to share how you can tell based on their body language. So first of all, what is body language? I don't know if we've clarified that vocabulary term. What is body
language is kind of like how humans talk to each other. They just talk with their bodies.
Okay, so kind of like how
make movements with their bodies to tell people how they're feeling, or say hi, or bye, or hello.
Okay, so movements with their body.
Yeah.
Addison and Sydney say how they feel. Haley, were you going to share something? What else is body language?
Body language is how you tell how you feel with your body.
How you tell how you feel with your body. Okay. Yeah, so humans, we can use our voice to communicate, right? So sometimes our body can communicate, but sometimes we can just use our voice to say, I'm upset, or I'm scared, or I don't like that. But cats can't really do that, right? Like they can make vocalizations, but not everyone might understand what they're saying. So it's important for us to learn how cats tell us how they're feeling based on what their body looks like. So let's all figure out how you think this cat is feeling. Oops, not that cat. How is this cat feeling based on the way its body looks? What is he telling us with his body?
He's happy.
He's
He might
very
be sleepy, or
happy and sleepy.
excited.
Okay, happy,
Calm, happy, and
excited,
sleepy.
sleepy, calm. And how can you tell based on their body, on the cat's body?
Well, if you can see, it looks like he's smiling a little bit.
Okay.
And like how he's laying. Like I know if cats or dogs or any animal didn't feel safe, they would be on their stomach showing their back. But since that cat's showing their back, that means he's safe. I know that for a fact because the stomach is probably one of the most weakest parts of their bodies.
Okay, so Izzy noticed that he's showing part of his stomach. So that's showing that he feels trust, like he trusts the people around him because he's showing that weaker part of his body. So he feels safe, he feels trusting. Sydney says he's laying down. Addison says sleepy because he's laying down. So you notice his eyes are closed, he's sleepy. What else do you notice about this cat and how they're feeling? Someone said playful. How can you tell playful? I noticed that he's probably feeling playful because if you look very carefully, you can see little specks of dirt all over his body. So sometimes when my cat's feeling happy and playful, she'll roll around in the dirt. So you can kind of see that they're rolling around based on the dirt on his body. And Carolyn says asleep. Yes. What about this cat? How do you think this cat's feeling?
What? Stop that.
Alert.
Low and a little bit nervous.
What was the first thing? A little bit nervous and what?
Low and a little bit nervous.
Alone? Oh,
Alert.
Alert. Okay, I gotcha. Alert. So what do you think they might be reacting to? What do you think that cat is looking at?
The people around him.
Maybe people around him. Carolyn says scared. Someone said alert. Elizabeth says alert because his eyes are big. So Elizabeth noticed that his eyes are big and staring at the camera. What do you notice about his ears?
They're poked up so you can listen well.
They're perked up so he can listen well. Sienna says surprised and maybe a bit skittish. So maybe he's about to run. Addison says watching to protect the house because of a different animal like a dog or another cat. So maybe a dog just entered the room. Sydney says someone coming through the door.
He could also like be in like one of his favorite places and like another animal is like disturbing.
Oh, so maybe he's in his favorite place, feeling nice and comfy. And then an animal came in and disturbed him. What about the way his body, so not just his head, but what is his body telling us?
He doesn't feel safe because you don't see his belly like the other cat.
Oh, so
He was just like lounging and then something disturbed him.
He was lounging and something disturbed him. Would you say he looks more like loose, like a cooked spaghetti noodle, or stiff, like an uncooked spaghetti noodle?
He looks kind of like like an uncooked spaghetti noodle, because he's like, what's that sound? What's it? What? Like kind of like that.
Okay, so yeah, he looks more tense and stiff rather than loose and happy. Ben noticed that he looks just like the cat from the book we read.
Yeah, I like my cat.
What about this cat? How do you think this cat is feeling?
Like, maybe like, pet me, pet me, pet me.
Okay, someone thinks they want him to pet them. What else? What does everyone else think? Someone said playful.
Puppy eyes.
That
Penny
cat
says
could
maybe
be
a
like
little
really
alert.
scared.
Oh, okay, yeah. Addison
Could
said
like fireworks or something going off.
could be fireworks or something going off.
I know for
Puppy eyes.
What was that? His eyes?
Puppy eyes. He looks like he has puppy eyes.
Okay. So do you think that cats show like let me rephrase that. How do you think that this cat is, how do you think this cat is feeling? Or, sorry, who do you think this cat is reacting to? I already asked how do we feel? How does he feel?
Something that's scaring him.
Something that's scaring him?
I think somehow why his eyes though, I think like he's kind of like in play mode, like he wants to play. So he's like staring at his human with like playful eyes.
Okay, so maybe playful eyes?
Or he really wants to be pet.
Or he really wants to be pet. So what do you notice about the color of his eyes?
They're very big and round, the pupils, and you can just see a sliver of his green eyes.
Okay, so you can just see a sliver of his green eyes and his pupils are big. So when cats' pupils are big like that actually means that there's something called dilated. So when cats' eyes are dilated like that, their pupils are dilated, it can mean a couple things. So some of you guys mentioned that he might be scared. He might be playful. Sometimes cats do this when they're ultra focused. So if he's maybe trying to catch a mouse or something like that, or he's playing and trying to jump on his toy. So he's kind of scared, kind of alert, kind of playful. It could be surprise or fear. So when we see a cat with eyes like this, it might not be the best time to pet them because they might be really, really focused on something. So even though he kind of looks like, I don't know if anyone has seen that movie Puss in Boots with the little animated cat from Shrek, but in that movie, the cat makes big puppy dog eyes and looks up at the screen. And in that film, he's feeling, like he wants something, like he's begging for something. But in reality, if their eyes look big like that, they probably don't want to be pet at that moment. So we'll move on to the next one. What do you think this cat is reacting to?
It wants to be fed.
It's begging.
It's begging? Okay. So
Maybe it's looking for a fly to eat.
Maybe he's looking for a fly to eat. Hungry for food, some people said.
He could be hungry because he's right by his food bowl.
He's right by his food bowl. And what does the food bowl look like?
Empty.
It looks empty.
Empty. I want food, said someone. Food. And what else can you tell about the cat's body that they're hungry?
He's sitting down patiently and looking up at probably like the owner.
Okay, sitting down. Sienna noticed that it looks like he's meowing. So he's trying to get the owner's attention.
Yeah, my grandma's cat Sam meows all the time because she's very complaining, like.
So maybe the owner is like on a call with someone or talking to someone, and he wants food. So he's like meow, meow, meow.
So maybe he's trying to get the owner's attention. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about this cat? We have two more.
Relaxed.
One.
It kind of looks like he just woke up from a nap, and he doesn't really want to be awake. He wants to go back to sleep.
He's on a book.
Okay, he's on a book. He's sleepy. Tired.
He could have been sleeping and then he got woken up.
So maybe he got woken up. Okay, and this last one. What about this cat? How is this cat feeling?
Angry.
Angry.
Terrified.
It looks like
He's terrified or he could be mad.
And how can you tell?
Because of how his fur is spiked and his tail is floofy.
His fur
Yeah.
Or maybe he wants to play. Maybe he wants to play.
What does everyone else think? Do you think this cat wants to play?
No, because he has his nails out.
No, look at it. Look at a tail. Look at its tail.
His tail is puffy, his nails are out. What are his ears doing?
I think he's angry.
They're kind of swiveled to the side like he's going to put them back.
His ears are back. And what is that a sign of when cats' ears are back like that?
He's preparing for a fight.
Preparing for a fight, hissing, someone said, startled, surprised.
Oh, I think I might know. Maybe it's like, maybe he lives in a house with another cat. And he's a lot smaller than the other cat. He's trying to make himself look both fierce and to try to scare the cat off.
Oh, maybe he's trying to look fierce to scare off another cat. Okay. All right, well, thank you all for discussing. So we have a last activity before before RedRover logs off. So I'm gonna turn it over to my coworker Minhan, who's gonna introduce you to her real life little black kitty who came in from the cold. So I'll take it away to Minhan now. Kim, would you mind like spotlighting Minhan's phone?
Let me just figure out how to do that. I think go to manage.
I think if you just like right click on her,
Spotlight. Let's see. More.
if you just like right click on her picture, you can probably press spotlight video.
I was looking in the participants. Let's try that. Oh, you're over here. Here we go. There we go. I'm in on.
Hi, Kim. Hi, friends. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can everyone hear me? Okay.
Yes.
So now we're going to be meeting my cat, Spock, who's hanging out right here. Can you everyone see Spock?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you think Spock is feeling right now?
He looks very happy and like he wants to be pet.
How can you tell?
He's very content. He's walking around. Because he's rubbing up to you and his tail is up, that means he's happy.
Okay. Someone said because his tail is up, he's walking toward me.
He's very content.
Very content. Okay. Let's
I think he's adorable.
What else do you notice around Spock? What else do you notice around Spock?
Toys?
Toys? What is this? What is this little thing?
That's a toy.
The toy too. Why do you think he has all of these toys?
So
Because he wants to be like playing, maybe?
To keep him stimulated.
Okay, to keep him stimulated. And remember, friends, let's take turns talking. Okay, so someone said to keep him stimulated. What else?
because he's really playful.
Because he's really playful. Okay. And then over here, we have his best friend Toast, my other cat. But we won't highlight her today. What do you see here? What do you see around here? What is this?
Toys. More toys.
More toys. Beds.
House for the cat.
Okay, a little house for the cats. What do you think cats need to be happy, healthy, and safe?
Places for them to hide.
Food.
Okay, a place to hide.
Food and water.
Food and water. Let's go over here. We've got food. We've got water. Okay.
Yeah.
What else? So someone said place for where they can feel safe, food, water. What else do you think cats need to be happy, healthy, and safe?
Love.
Love. Okay.
Addison said plus the vet.
Plus the vet. Okay. How do you think Spock is feeling right now?
Sleepy.
Sleepy? What about
Or
his
maybe
body
happy.
language? Happy, maybe?
Tired.
Tired?
He wants to be petted.
Wants to be petted. How can you tell? What about his body language? What about his body language tells you that he wants to be petted, that he's sleepy?
Because he's laying down.
Okay, because he's laying down.
He has double-colored eyes.
What was that? What about his eyes?
He has two different color. Oh, it looks like he had two different color eyes.
Oh, okay. It might just be the lighting
Yeah, because
inside.
when he was in one angle, it looked like he had blue eyes and like an orangish yellow eye. But then once the camera was very far from him, it looked he both had blue eyes.
Oh, okay. So you thought maybe he had two different colored eyes at first.
Minhan,
So
how did Spock come into your life?
Yeah, good question, Katie. So Spock came into my life. We fostered him since he was a kitten from the Sacramento SPCA. Because he had an upper respiratory infection. So he had trouble breathing. So we decided to take him home and foster him. What does it mean to foster an animal?
Temporarily take care of them.
You take care
Temporarily
of them.
take care of them?
Look after an animal until you can find them a forever home.
Okay. Look after an animal for a while until you can find them a forever home. So we fostered Spock for about maybe 2 months, and we decided that he was just the best cat. So my partner and I decided to go ahead and adopt him from the shelter. So we went through, and now it's about 10 years later. He's about 10 or 11 years old now, and we still have him. So we went ahead and adopted him from the animal shelter. Does anyone else have any questions about Spock, how he came into my life? I have my dog over here too. Her name is Shizu. This is my dog. She's sleepy this morning.
What is Spock's favorite thing to do?
What's Spock's favorite thing to do? What you see here right now. He loves getting attention. He loves to be pet. He loves to cuddle. And occasionally he'll have spurts of energy, and his favorite things are these little balls that have, you can see his eyes and ears twitching a little bit.
My grandma has a cat, well, 3 cats, and Shadow likes the rally balls.
Oh, okay. So have a cat that likes rally balls. Yeah. Yeah, Spock loves these little balls that kind of have this something in it that makes it rattle a little bit. He also loves treats. So I have a couple treats in my pocket because he's being so good right now. What's that?
He's so gentle.
Yeah, he's really gentle. Does anyone else have what questions might you have about Spock or?
How did you pick his name?
So if you look closely, if anyone knows my Spock is a character in Star Trek who has unusual ears, who has special ears. One of his ears has a fold. He's like, what's going on? One of his ears has a fold in it. So, and that came with him since he was a kitten. So we decided to name him Spock after the Star Trek character.
Who's that cat right behind him?
So the cat right behind him is Toast. We adopted her maybe 3 or 4 years ago. So she's still pretty young and she's very playful. What do you think that Toast? Do you see her coloring a little bit? It's a little hard to see under this light, but she's kind of got this almost, like cinnamon toast. She's got brown with some black stripes and
How many cats do you have?
I have 2 cats. I have 2 cats. And you may have noticed too when I was showing around, what cats need to be happy, healthy, and safe, that we have 2 food bowls up here and 2 water bowls. So 1 for each cat. We also have 2 beds. There's a little bed down here. You can't really tell, but it's a little cat bed shaped like a shark. And then a bed here, a scratching post over here. They actually have 2 scratching posts. There's a big one over here too.
Well, thank you so much, Minhan, for showing your beautiful cats.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Kim, and everyone at camp for having us.
Yeah. Thank you guys. This is so much fun. I don't know how to unpin Minhan. How do I unpin her?
Right click on her and then do like unpin. Right click on her video.
No, it's just me. I'm learning all this stuff, you guys.
Yeah, no worries at all. We're happy to walk you through it.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, Kim, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, you guys. We'll see you guys later, okay?
Yeah, we'll see you later. Bye.
That's how. Unpin. I'm still learning. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
I'll see you in Class Dojo.
Are other people leaving?